Welcome to this episode of my Women Empowerment Wednesday show. My name is Jessica DSB. Enjoy this episode.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are live. Sorry, I couldn't see if we were live or not. Welcome to all of you that will be joining us today. Oh my God, the last Women Empowerment Wednesday of 2020. Excited to be sharing this with our special guest today. So just briefly, who I am, if you're just joining this week, my name is Jessica. I am 2 times best international selling author. I'm a mom, passionate world traveler. I am an entrepreneur and the founder of the Women Empowerment Wednesday show. Super excited to be with all of you. What is the Women Empowerment Wednesday? It is a weekly Facebook Live where we have conversations that are inspiring, touching, empowering. This is not only a conversation with me and the special guest. I want this to be a movement to bring those conversations in the lives of the people that you care about, family, friends. Please join my Women Empowerment Jessica DSB Facebook group. You'll see all the episodes on there. Today, episode 35 or 36. I cannot always remember. Super excited about today's conversation. Before we get into the introduction of our special guest, I will be taking off 2 weeks of the Women Empowerment Wednesday show. So this is, again, the last Wednesday Facebook Live of 2020. I will be back on January 6th, I believe. And the people that have been following me have seen my post about my book, 365 Empowering Stories. $20, empowering stories, super easy to read. Okay, it's all short stories, all empowering stories. You can read a story a day, super easy, quick reads. And all the profits are going to my dad, my stepmom, for my little 11-year-old sister that has cerebral palsy. Right now, they are looking into buying a special machine that's $32,000 to oxygenate her brain. And what I'm doing is I'm selling 500 books to give them $10,000. So my call to action, get your book today. Message me if you don't like to read, buy it for somebody. It's Christmas coming, you're supporting a cause, and you get an incredible book. So message me today. And if you cannot afford it, whatever reason, just share my post, share my video, just be able to help me, okay? So thank you all in advance. So today, Miss Ingrid Gilbert, super excited. Who is she? She's an energetic woman. So I have energy, but you'll see this woman. Oh my God, colorful personality. Not surprised you're wearing color today. Community builder, host, panel moderator, and soon to be NLP certified coach. Welcome to the call.
Thank you so much. Jessica. First things first, allow me to first thank you and then also say hi to your community. Hello, everyone who is currently watching, who will be watching at a little moment. I don't know if you do this, but sometimes people write hashtag replay so that way we know, and that's super awesome. And also, allow me to be the first one. I did not know about your book. I'm not really a Facebook fan, but I pretty much use it only to for my own show and stuff like that. But allow me to congratulate you and allow me to support you as well, right? Yeah. So I'll send you, no, seriously, I'll send you the I owe you the money, whatever, and then you'll send the book. We'll meet in person because we haven't met, right?
There you go. Awesome. Yeah. I absolutely love that. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah.
We have a few people watching. Hello, Cassie and Lydia. Thank you for watching. As Ingrid just said, if you're watching live, type live. And if you're going to be watching replay, let us know. Let me know what you like best about today's conversation, what you'd like to hear in the next coming weeks. Today, we're going to talk about going after what you want. Oh my God. Let's end the year so strong and powerful and get, 2021 get started powerfully as well. So why did you want to talk about that today?
I think I wanted to, not I think, I know I wanted to talk about that because this is me. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is
Mhm.
what I want to inspire people to do as well, right? It's all about, to me, the self-esteem, which is pretty much on top of the pyramid, right? The self-esteem is like, I get it whenever I aspire people, I aspire to inspire. This is really me. This is what I do. I love sharing my knowledge just like you. And, right before this started, I mean, we were talking about, this show, this live that we do and that we take really, really seriously. I do my I Got You show, you do your Women Empowerment Wednesdays. And it all started with an idea, right? Like, let's put some energy, some positive vibes into people's life because, I mean, luckily enough, I mean, we're healthy, we're good, we're still working, we're thriving. So, I mean, let's share that, let's spread that all over. And I mean, it's amazing, right? I mean, see that feeling? I mean, that whatever.
It's like Wednesday is here. I know I'm going to be in a great energy vibe and I'll be able to share that with the world and have a powerful, inspiring conversation with a special guest. So it's incredible. I love that. So let me here share with the people that are just seeing you for the first time. What is your show about? When did you start that show? Why did you start it?
Yeah, true that. Well, first things first, I mean, it might be important. Maybe people will resonate with that or not. So, I mean, I'll introduce really, really shortly myself because what we want to know is having the discussion, like you mentioned.
Right.
And I mean, you'll be reading the questions. I mean, guys, keep them coming. Seriously, this is how we interact. This is how we make it valuable, right? We want to know what you want to know so that way we can make sure that you are satisfied at the end of the day. Well, first of all, I mean, I am a woman. I am Black. I am adopted. I grew up in Quebec City. I was born in Haiti, Port-au-Prince. I was adopted at 7 months old. And it has been something that I did not necessarily talked about really, really much, before. Now I'm ready. Now I feel comfortable. I would say that I'm transparent pretty much in all aspects, in all area of my life, except that one. Up to quite like a few months ish, few years type of thing. I'm also an artist. I write lyric poetry. I will eventually write a book. I mean, it's not done yet. So, I mean, kudos to you. Seriously, kudos to you. Yeah, and I've started speaking also. And what I believe what fulfills me the most actually is really to have this conversation, right? To have this exchange, to have this win-win. It needs to be a win for me. And how it is a win for me is because you guys are sharing, you guys are participating, you guys are there. It's one thing to be present, and it's another thing to actually ask questions and then, like make it, I don't know, make it like interactive, right? Yeah, exactly. And to me, that's important because I'm an extrovert, right? So the energy I get from you guys. And I understand that, some of you are introvert and that's really fine. I mean, takes all of us to make a beautiful world. But I mean, this is me. So this is what I need. So I'm letting you guys know because once you know, then it's up to you to do it or not. And other than that, I mean, I've started this show, I Got You show, a little bit like you, right? A little bit like you, just because I wanted to share positive vibes, spread positive vibes. And I was like, allow me to put myself out there. Like, let me see what let me see what it's all about, right? I like soon to be a certified NLP coach. So I'm like, well, okay, whenever you're a coach, you're kind of supposed to be like on top of your game. Not necessarily on top of your game, but just trying to be like there for other people. So to me, that was a way that it was possible for me. And I wanted to do this into like, in using this medium most specifically. And I think, Jessica, I don't know if you agree or not, but I mean, I think it's super important that people find something that they like, that they feel comfortable in. I mean, you have a lot of options. I mean, I don't know like your audience, I don't know the community, what they, what they do, what they like. I mean, let us know now. But I mean, it's super important to find something that you're, first of all, good at, so that will you gain confidence, right? You build up your confidence and then you go at it. And you might also have a partner, like have someone in, so that way makes you feel even more comfortable. I don't know about you, Jessica, but the lives at first, not everybody's comfortable doing lives. I don't know about you. How was it for you?
Oh my God. Thank God I was doing it with Jamie, because I don't think I would have started this. I know I would have not started it on my own. That is for sure. I've shared this before. It was really that support, that connection with Jamie, and we had the idea together, and it really got that started together in the 5 weeks that we did it together. Because you know, you can rely on that person, you know she's going to be there, so it was kind of easier that way. I
Yeah.
don't know if we didn't do it together, I don't know if I'd be here today. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I decided to continue without her, I was terrified. The first few times I'm like, oh my God, right?
Yeah.
But I knew that, you know, like you said, I wanted to spread positive energy. I wanted to really
Yeah.
connect with people. I am a people connector. I love to
Yeah.
connect. I like
Yeah.
you. I
Yeah.
get my energy. Like when I'm done my lives on Wednesday, it's like I had 10 coffees, you know? So I was like, I'm going to keep doing it, even though I'm scared, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Still today,
Yeah.
you know, I was scared. You know why? Because we didn't talk 2 days ago. And that's normally my structure. My structure is to
Yeah.
connect with the person,
Yeah.
like my guest. I didn't. And I felt like, oh my God, how is this conversation going to go today? But I said, no, no, no. You know,
No.
everything's going to be fine. It's
Yeah.
amazing. So going over that fear and really going after what you want, and it's super dear to my heart to be consistent and showing up for other people.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And by the way, you're doing amazing. Yeah, we're doing amazing too. So, no, and I'm super happy that you are, sharing that with your audience,
Mhm.
because I think that's part of life, right? Sometimes like going after what you want doesn't necessarily mean always having everything planned ahead, right? It's
Right.
about like taking one step and then okay, trying to figure it out. Like invite people, maybe like people right now who are watching,
Mhm.
think of it as a destination, right? Like sometimes you know exactly where you're going, and sometimes you're just going on a road trip, and whatever will happen,
Right.
and you're open to whatever possibilities, right? This to
Mhm.
me, that's life. That's an adventure. It's like okay, like I'm with my pack saying, I was like, okay, what's up? What's good? Like what's up? And then it's about reacting, right? And then
Right.
feeling the resistance, accepting the resistance, because sometimes you want to change. Like sometimes maybe you guys are watching right now. You're like, okay, I don't know. I wish I was in front of the screen. I wish I could be able to do that. I mean, you can. It's just to finding the right element that will put you comfortable enough to be in front of the screen, right? That's it. Might be somebody like Jessica. I mean, it might be that.
I mean, you just have to do it. Hello, Driss. Thank you for watching it. Again, if you're watching live, type live in the comments. If you're going to be watching replay, type
Yeah,
hashtag replay. Let us know what do you like about this conversation. And talk about going after what you want. It is
yeah,
almost the end of the year. You also talked about sharing is growing, and it
yeah,
makes me think of yesterday. I was with a really good friend of mine, and I did a lot. I didn't do NLP, but I did Landmark, which is very similar. And, you know, it's what I'm learning. I don't want to keep it to myself, you know,
yeah.
I
What's the point?
want to share it. And
Yeah,
we had such a conversation. I gave my friend some to-do list, some homework to do, and she did it. And I was like, wow, it feels amazing. So
yeah.
why is it important for you to share, and sharing is growing?
Yeah, the sharing is growing part is something that I've discovered because I mean it's important for people to know that I'm still working full time, right? I
Mm,
haven't quit my job yet, and the point is not necessarily to quit my job. To me, that's not the point. The point is to do something that fulfills me, that brings joy to my heart, that's really, really important to me. And so far, I mean, I'm 35 now, so it seems like sharing my knowledge is something that brings a lot of positivity, a lot of. I feel good whenever I share because it contributes to my self-esteem, and this is really important, right? Because I need to support myself first in order to be able to support other, right?
right.
I need to be on top of my game first.
Mm,
And I want you to see me on top of my game. And in order to do that, I need to take care of me first. And I need to focus on things that I love, that makes me happy. And sharing is growing is a way for me to share my knowledge. We talked, I mean, you mentioned NLP, just in case for those of you who might not be aware of
yes.
that. NLP stands for, neuro linguistic programming, which is an approach. Landmark is another type of approach, which you mentioned are really similar. I don't know Landmark. So
Mhm,
NLP is most likely based on the fact like nonverbal and verbal communication. And it's
mhm,
based on the fact that really the five senses, really those are the key elements, right? And this is something that really resonates with me because it's all about what do I want? What do I feel? Like I'm really feeling person. So it's all
Mhm.
about like, you know, the little voice in your head sometimes. It's like, you know, that little voice. I mean, that little voice telling you what to do, right? Like you already know. And then sometimes like, you know, but I mean, what about listening to that voice and just going ahead? I mean, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not
Mhm.
saying it is scary. Let's put it that way. It is scary because sometimes you're like, okay, but what's ahead? You don't know, right? You don't know. And
Mhm.
I think at the same time, that's the beauty of it all. And I thought, I thought I'd be the one giving something to people, right? And
Mhm.
turns out that it's really
Wow.
it's a two-way street. It's a humbling journey for me. This is what it is. Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have
yeah, yeah.
shivers. I have shivers. Oh my God. Hello,
Yeah.
Isabel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Let me ask you, you shared about, just a few years that
Mhm.
you've been talking about the adoption part of your
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
What made you want to start talking about it and sharing?
That's really interesting. In
Mhm.
all transparency, because I'm really, really transparent. At first, because I mean, we are living in a world where social media takes a lot of place, right?
Mhm.
And I consume less and less because I feel like my life is already filled enough, you know, with things that I'm about to accomplish. So I support my friends and people that I meet, just like you. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really onto social media like a lot, and it feels like to me, I was like, okay, like, is it something that I want to do for myself? Is it something that I think might help me gain more popular, like being popular on the, you know, social media?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, is
Influence.
this? Yeah, yeah, more, yeah, yeah, yeah. Is it my niche? You know, people keep talking about like, hey, what's your niche? What's your niche? It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I have no niche. You know, that's true. I have no
The
niche.
whole world.
Yeah, in French, toute la planète. Me, oftentimes I say that. Me, I want to reach who? Toute la planète, like the entire planet, the entire planet. Seriously, it's like let it be like very, like different backgrounds, different culture, different ages. I want to reach everybody because everybody got something that they can, share with you as well. So it's really, really a two-way street. So I've started, that process, and I think it's really important to ask yourself, like, what is what is bringing you to do something,
Mm,
not necessarily the why, because I feel the why is like justification is like a little bit negative, but I
mm,
mean, what is bringing me to do this? And then I realized I think it's something that I want to do because eventually what I would really, really see for myself is, having, yes, the show, but having the community that I'm building now and that I'm inviting, also of
yes.
course everybody to join as well, um, to be part of the sharing and is growing community,
Mm,
and to have people onto my stage, on his or our sofa and my sofa, and having a little bit of music, right? And having the stadium, not even like the room, not even whatever the, the theater, like having a stadium feel a little bit like, Les Brown is doing. Because I saw that,
oh,
like, yeah,
oh,
a little bit,
I
yeah,
think so.
a lot like that, a lot like that. And have it, like getting all of this energy, like,
Uh,
anyways, that's the vision eventually. And to get to that, I felt like adoption was maybe something that was holding me back because sometimes people ask you a question is like you talk about everything else but not that part, and that
mhm,
part is also part of who I am, right?
mm,
I feel like it's important to embrace every part.
mm,
That's the process that I'm going through right now, and November was the awareness month of adoption, and I
mm,
did a lot of live, a lot of hosting, like 3 events per week, and I focused my I Got You show onto this topic, and
yeah,
I shared, and I was really resistant. I did not know if I would enjoy this community, adoptee community. Sometimes it's really heavy, it's really hard, and oftentimes it's planned. I mean, depending on how you perceive that, reality.
right.
So, and I'm really, really proud of myself. I'm super happy that I did that. I'm sharing that. I'd open up about that. And then, I mean, surprisingly enough, I mean, it reached people that have nothing to do with adoption, right? Sometimes
Mhm,
like you think that see, that's another thing, Jessica. I don't know about you. I mean, sometimes you like, I have things to say. Will that interest anybody? I don't know
mhm.
if you ever asked yourself that. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
just go out
no,
there. Yeah. You just,
totally. It's
yeah. Yeah.
prompts to you for having that courage and sharing it with the world
Yeah.
because for
Yeah.
sure I've just started to follow you, so I haven't watched many of your shows, but so
Good.
inspiring. And yes, I'm not adopted, so I don't, but for me that loves to learn and loves to connect with people, I love that you're sharing about that topic because
Yeah.
it is something something that I'm unaware of. I wouldn't know what it feels like, right? So thank you and good job for doing that, because a lot of people need to hear, about that topic and relate to you, because when we go through tough times or tough situations in our lives or whatever you went through, you want to feel connected and you want to know that other people went through the same thing and you feel like you belong, right? So thank you.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, like feeling like I belong, because to me it's not even that. Like,
No.
because you know what I've come to realize. I don't know about you, man. Feel free to share, and people, in the audience, of course, you feel free to share as well, so that way it contributes, right, to the conversation. But I mean, um, feeling like I belong is, I don't know. It's not the priority. It's
Yeah.
really me sharing what I have to say, and it might
Mhm.
resonate with you or not. So this is what
Yeah.
this is what I've come to realize, is that for the first time in my life, whenever I did a live, whenever I started talking about adoption,
Mhm.
it was the first time that it did not matter whether or not people would watch or not. That was the first time. At the times it's like, okay, I want people because, but I
Very,
mean,
very
yeah,
sure.
that was because that
Yeah,
was
I was
personal. That
more
was my
thinking
own journey. Yeah,
of the
you go ahead.
audience. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was thinking more the audience, not
yeah,
necessarily you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. True
I
that.
want to respect your time, and I know you have to go back to work, okay? So what very important today, we wanted to share,
Yeah,
there's the community that you're
yeah.
building, sharing is growing. You have a very special evening tonight. I want to share with all of you. I don't often do this, so bear with me for the technological
It's
aspect.
all good. You got this. You got this. And
I got this.
yeah, you do. And while you're sharing, I mean, the sharing is
Yes.
growing community. Yeah, it's something that I've thought of for quite a few weeks ish, months. And to be quite honest with you, it's something that I've come to realize that I was avoiding because I was scared, right? Because it's usually I was like, okay, yes, I consider myself a leader, but I mean, it's one thing to consider yourself something, it's another thing for other people to see you that way, right?
Right.
So it's like, let me try, let me succeed at the same time, but let me try because I'm a little bit scared, and let
Mhm.
me go ahead because this is what I preach, right? And this
Right.
is what I want. I would love for people to do that more and more, right? To gain confidence. And you gain confidence how? By taking action, right? So I mean, going ahead and doing this in English for
Mm.
me is different because I'm a francophone, and I want to better myself as well in
Yeah.
English. I want to improve. um, it's really, really important. So it's tonight at
You're
9
doing
p.m.
awesome. Come
Thank you
on.
so much, Jessica. Thank you so much. And yeah, this is tonight at 9 p.m. And I know it might be late, but it's only
Yes.
because of members in the audience, whatever, in the community, or young children, whatever. So 9 p.m. for the first event, and it'll be me sharing a tool that I've learned, into my coaching journey.
Mhm.
And I want to share that with you. And you have the idea of the evening ish. Um, I'm getting myself structured because this is not something that I do. Me, I'm really spontaneous. So this is why, Jessica, I told you it's all good. Whatever we have a plan or not, it's all good. It will be, everything will flow. Don't you worry about the thing. And I mean, it flows, right? I mean, it's this is me, right? And something I just felt it. I just felt it. I was like, everything will be all right. Like, seriously. So,
Yeah,
anyways, if
because
people are
there is
interested,
a lot of people out there that are very structured. I can relate. I'm very spontaneous. I
yeah,
don't plan too much, but
yeah,
it's nice to include all
yeah,
types of people.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. Okay, so tonight, call to action, join the call 9 p.m. Like every week, I will post this video into my Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB Facebook group, and Ingrid will go post all the details, her Instagram, her Facebook, how to best reach her and
Yeah,
to connect to the call tonight. I
yeah.
want to just read the two quotes that I took today. And I also want to read a few things that I wrote about you. And I think it's very important to share today. You said aspire to inspire. One action at a time. So it relates to what you said earlier, take action. You also said, that you dare yourself in order to do what brings joy to your heart, but also to the heart of other people. I know I'm getting to know you, right? So it's not only about your heart, it's other people's heart too. And then you're passionate about sharing your knowledge and helping people grow. So it's a shorter call today for those that have been following me, but I think what I just read is really who Ingrid is, and it's a blessing to me to be able to share some of your time, to connect with you, have your energy. Thank you, girl.
And vice versa. Vice versa. Seriously.
And be able to share who you are in this world and what an incredible impact you have. Keep doing it. It's amazing. We need more people like you in this world. So thank you. Really, thank you for what you do. So hello, Luisa and Layla. Thank you for watching. If you're watching live, type replay if you're going to be watching replay, and let me know what you like about this conversation. We're having fun, but we do have to keep it shorter today. So the two quotes that I picked is, if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. And that's Nora Roberts. I think she's an author, right? The author. And then Oprah Winfrey, you get in life what you have the courage to ask for.
Wow, that's it. That's it. That's the spirit.
I love Oprah. I love Oprah. Hello, Sandra. Welcome to all of you watching. So what I would like to hear from you is, to close off the call, to respect your time.
Thank you.
Let me know. Let me hear from you what you'd like to share to us today that's on your heart, or what you think people need to hear to close off this call.
I don't know what people need to hear. I wish I knew. Please let us know into the comments. Please let us know. Please let us know. What I feel like I want to share with people is really to, I came up with something onto my solopreneur journey, right? Because I'm a host and soon to be certified coach. And it's really to dare to be you in order to do you. So what it means, if ever you're not really familiar with, those terms, is there to be yourself, right? There to be yourself with everything that it implies, with all of the positivity and the less positive aspects as well, right? I think it's super, super important. And to really, I think what I do and what I invite people to do is really be honest towards yourself. I mean, before thinking about anybody else, you be honest towards yourself first. This is something that I put in practice since quite a while, because my parents are really, really like that, and they've taught me that. And to be honest with yourself, and whenever you do something and then you're like, oh, okay, might not be it, then as opposed to maybe like step aside and just like drop it at all, whatever on the floor, or just turn it away and then doing something else. I mean, try to think of elements that maybe you could add onto that reality of yours, so that way it becomes a little easier, a little more pleasant. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And if it does, it does, right? And I think it's super important to remember that, because at the end of the day, I mean, in French, there's a saying, mon père me dit souvent ça, là où il y a de la gêne, il n'y a pas de plaisir. Whenever you're shy, it's like you might not be doing as much thing or as many things as you wish you would be doing, right? And I think it's really something, it's really something that really resonates, because I'm out there, and doesn't matter whatever other people have to say, right? It's really what I have to say for myself. Of course, you want people to like you. Of course. And then again, as you keep on going, you notice most likely people will start joining. It really takes the courage, to just take the first step, and then the second one, and then maybe on the third one you have people following you already, or being part of your team, right? I think it's super important to remember that. I want to thank you, Jessica, for your time. I want to thank the community. It's been a pleasure, because most likely I'm doing, I'm hosting, so it's really different. Yeah, I really enjoy that. Thank you.
You're doing awesome. And it makes me think, in life, everybody's always gonna have an opinion, whether you're doing good things, bad things, everybody's gonna have opinion. And this famous quote from Steve Jobs, if you want to make everybody happy, sell ice cream. That's it. Because if you're on that entrepreneur journey, of course, some people will have say, oh, my hair is not, perfectly straight now, or my shirt, you know what I mean? So do it, dare to do it, just be you. That's our superpower. It's just to be ourselves, because there's nobody else like us. So embrace that. Thank you for being here today. Like I said, for the people that are just joining, Sandra says, hi ladies, love those words. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. It really makes a difference.
Thank you.
And so again, no Women Empowerment Wednesday for the next 2 weeks. I will be back, and I have to quickly say that January and February, I'm super excited because it's going to be flight attendant only on my show. Because maybe you don't know this, Ingrid,
but you were
a flight attendant.
Oh, you are. You are.
But I haven't worked since March with this whole COVID thing, right? So I've been doing this for 10 years, and most of my friends are off as well. So I'm doing a special Women Empowerment Wednesday flight attendant only for 2 months, promoting all these flight attendants that became entrepreneur during this COVID journey. So I'm super excited to have all these conversations with my colleagues. So again, I'll share this video, my Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB Facebook group, and Ingrid, please go and share all the information so we can all join you tonight, 9 p.m.
Thank you. And just before I go, Jessica, I think it's super important to mention something. Is like you mentioned, I mean, you've started doing this, right?
Yes.
You didn't know where it take you, and I think it's super important to focus on things that you like, you enjoy. I'm not talking about quitting your job right away, right? But I mean, things that you love, that you enjoy, that you're good at. And do those more and more, not necessarily to avoid things that you might be not as good as, as you'd like, but I mean, try to do things that bring joy to your heart. Seriously, it's fulfilling, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and people are attracted to that. They want that, and you want that for yourself. Yeah.
Oh my God, makes me think. I listen to a lot of Steve Harvey videos, and he repeats that all the time. We all have a gift, and that gift is what you do without effort, that you're good at, and you're loving it. So keep doing it. There is something that, look within yourself, take that journey within yourself and look at what do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing that comes naturally?
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my God. I know we can continue on for another hour, but
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Everybody. Have an awesome day. Thank you again. Mwah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please share with the people that you love and care about. Jessica DSB.